Alright, hello, and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jefferey Morrison. How's it going? Alright, we're gonna do a whip and chat here. As always, I'm fighting with the camera. Alright, so, Paint with Diamonds, the Battle Head by Lothar Dietrich, 60 centimeters by 45 centimeters, 47 colors, square drill. Yeah. How's it going? Hopefully everything's going well. I've just been working a lot, so yeah, I'm still alive though, so it's all good. Alright, so we have an equal sign here, 310, black. So I'll just dive in. Getting close to finishing this section though, so that's good. I think it goes that far. Okay, cool. Alright. So I think I mentioned that I finished the Lord of the Rings 5-part challenge, fitness challenge from Conqueror. Yeah, I have a feeling I mentioned that in the previous whip and chat, but yeah, that's done. Now there's Return of the King challenge, like 3 challenges. You follow in these 3 bundled challenges. Well, challenges, you follow Aragorn. His path. So yeah, I'm starting with Rohan, and then Rohan, and then there's like 2 others I just don't remember the names of them. Yeah, and they're pretty hefty, that you can choose shorter or longer distance with the 2, with each challenge, so I'm just going to do the longer distances to kind of just etch out the value there. So as always, in the description I'll put the Conqueror and Pacer challenges down. I'm still working on the Great Wall Chino with a friend of mine who also diamond paints. Yeah, we're doing that challenge together. We're doing the long version of that. So, yeah. We're well over 50%, headed for 60% complete on that challenge. We have like 1,563 kilometers or something. Oh, excuse me, left. So I've been on the exercise bike a lot. It helps me get close my move rings. Yeah, get my fitness goals every day. Certain number of calories, 310 calories burn every day. Over the course of the day, not just, yeah, not just all at once. Yeah, I kind of work like 10 minutes over my finish time, my part time today. It just got busy around 4 p.m. when I was supposed to be leaving. Supposed to be punching out. I looked up the clock, 4:10. Oh, I gotta go. It's like, just get paid for my hours. I'm pretty sure it can be adjusted or whatever. Oh, just got really busy around that transition time to new staff back in the kitchen there. So I just wanted to help, but I wasn't looking at the time at that point. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah. Supposed to be getting my weekly schedule via email I just suddenly stopped getting those emails, so I'm going to have to talk to manager or something to get that figured out, or somebody deleting my contact information or something. That's like, yeah, it's just like probably like some sort of scheduling program, and then it just sets up to send schedules to everybody via their emails. So you have them instead of something posted on top. Instead of a big legal size sheet of paper with all the staff and what they're working. Yeah, I think it's a little more, hey, this is who you are, and these are your hours. Okay, bye. Back when I was working at Tim Hortons all those years back, yeah, it was a paper schedule, and then you'd look at when you worked or whatever, when you had to work, and then initial the schedule to punch in per se, etc. Yeah, that was like 20 years ago ish. So yeah, it's a lot more sophisticated and possibly simplified, maybe, to an extent. There must be like an orange helicopter going over. Wow. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Yeah, my dad would probably be looking on some sort of air traffic app on his phone. I think my mom has the same air traffic app. Oh, yep, that's an orange helicopter going over. Oh, yep, that's a flight headed somewhere. So, okay. Yeah, so I did the exercise bike stuff, got that done. Did a couple word search puzzles, then I switched to a book. I'm like in the middle of like 3 different books. Novels. Still reading through the first Game of Thrones book. I just like rotate. Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, the first of that trilogy. Well, there's a lot more books in that than that trilogy, but yeah, it's the one that started it. Yeah, I have the trilogy box set or whatever, the first 3, but there are more after that. Yeah, Game of Thrones, Mistborn, and some London, England kind of detective mystery book set in like early England. I don't know, it kind of falls in that J.D. Robb kind of murder mystery kind of thing, but yeah, it's not future, it's past. Kind of has Sherlock Holmes vibes, but not as analytical as Sherlock Holmes. This guy's kind of... I think he's trying to clear his name in this novel, this debut novel. I'm sure it's a series that's been around. Yeah, I just rotate through those 3 books and do a word search if it's just way too late in the day or something, or just want to get on the bike just to cap off some miles or kilometers. Yeah, I haven't been on the treadmill as much. I just find that the exercise bike just gets the kilometers covered faster, but yeah, I just use whatever walking I do or steps throughout the day, and exercise bike or treadmill steps. Well, treadmill steps are just incorporated into the walking throughout the day kind of distance, so I just count that. I just bundle that together. The biking, the indoor exercise bike is, yeah, tallied separately, but yeah, entered manually generally on the Conquer app. So I just put it towards Rohan and the Great Wall. Yeah, didn't realize you could do that. But whatever challenges you're on, you can put the same amount of kilometers towards both, one or more challenges. And you can select the activity that you did it with, and then, yeah, that's how it posts your progress on the Conquer app. Pacer is just automatic. Yeah. Built-in pedometer. I think it just captures steps in general. I haven't really noticed if you can input any other activities for the Pacer app, but yeah, I just have a step goal of 10,000 steps a day. I surpassed that going through a few challenges. Yeah. It can get pretty close when I'm on, like, midnights on my, like, full time. Yeah, I kind of have a limited time window kind of thing, because it's transitioning to the next day. And by midnight, whatever you have accumulated kind of just tallies up, and then it just resets, the step counter resets for the next day. So it goes, you didn't get your 10,000 steps that day, you didn't meet your fitness goal, let's try it again today, kind of thing. Yeah, I've had shortfalls a couple times, but yeah, just look at it every once in a while. My progress usually had to hit 10,000, but there are just some instances where I just was like 9,000 and something, 9,500. I'm like, yeah. And if it's like 11:30 or something and I have like 500 more steps to do, it's just usually not going to make it. Oh well, so I don't know, still 9,000 and something steps. It progress irregardless in the right direction. So I just, sometimes you just have to learn not to beat yourself up, be so hard on yourself. You at least made progress. It's a step forward because you're a little further than you were yesterday at that same time, so yeah. So for my Pacer app, once I'm done the Silk Road challenge, I'm well over halfway done it, so just kind of get into the last like 1,000 or so kilometers of that. Yeah, I'll go away in the next maybe month, see how it goes. Just casually do stuff. Just see if I can keep finding the long challenges in Pacer. They seem to be shorter with that Pacer app. Seem like smaller and shorter challenges, but I think there's another one that's like 1,000 something kilometers. So I don't know, I just feel like the longer challenges are more bang for the buck. That's why I love the Lord of the Rings Conquer 5-part challenge. That was great. Like, the Shire had a set distance of 288 kilometers or something. That's just a rough guess. It's been a while. Yeah. The Fellowship, I could choose a longer distance, so which I did. So, yeah. Mines of Moria was just, yeah, a quick snack. Kind of like an interlude to like another brutal... yeah, Mines of Moria. Shire. Fellowship. Mines of Moria. 3, 4. Eye of Sauron. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was the 4th one. The stretch to Mordor, and then Mordor climbing the mountain and destroying the... throwing the Ring of Power into the lava. Mount Doom or whatever. Yep. Yeah, I made it. Yeah, destroy the One Ring. So now this Return of the King 3 metal set, or journey for Aragorn. Sorry if I'm saying his name wrong. Or Strider from Lord of the Rings, like that trilogy. Yeah. Yeah, following his footsteps, and it's kind of in between like the 5 other, like the main journey for like Sam and Frodo and the Fellowship. I think at one point in the main journey, Aragorn gets separated from the rest of the Fellowship, fighting an orc or something. Yeah, he falls or whatever, and then yeah, he has his own journey to help Frodo, like, just save Middle-earth, basically. Frodo and Sam had a pivotal role. Yeah, everybody got separated at one point. Yeah. Sam and Frodo and Gollum did their thing. Merry and Pippin got separated from the rest of them. Aragorn, Legolas, and the dwarf Gimli, I believe. Yeah, 3 or 4 different separations of characters. Kind of early prelude to like Game of Thrones, kind of multi-character division kind of storytelling. Yeah. Lord of the Rings just kind of doesn't like individually name characters like Game of Thrones novels do, or yeah, those books. Lord of the Rings just tells the story, but each chapter at times just covers a group of characters. So, pretty cool. And the situation, like overarching story, is just interwoven, yeah, with each group of characters, and the events carry out, the whole story carries out in that way, just from different viewpoints and occurrences that just tie the whole thing together. So yeah, I've talked about that before, the various different writing styles of fantasy books or stories in general, novels. Yeah, I still have a couple more books on the Expanse series, but yeah, I've just got sucked into 3 different novels. Yeah, I read like the Two Towers or something, and then just finally said, hey, let's read Game of Thrones, like, get into that. And yeah, I'm like over halfway down that, so I don't know, just a few years ago, but I have the first 4 books in a box set for Game of Thrones. Like, I did want to get into it, so yeah. I have like an extra copy of Game of Thrones, and I think I'm reading that extra copy, and just like the other 3 books after are just in like a separate box set. So I'll just have a really nice, crisp copy of Game of Thrones just in this box set I bought a few years ago. I just wasn't into reading then. I was like into video games, and then now it's just kind of reversed. Yeah. Just got tendonitis or just strain in my like wrists from playing video games, or aggravating my wrist at work, or something just straining my wrist. So I just stepped back and was like, yeah, it's still like gaming, but yeah, I just gotta just turn it down a bit. Yeah, I did take a break for a bit there, for a while there. I did pick up Kirby and the Forgotten Land for the Switch at like half price, basically, because I traded games in at GameStop a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I played a couple levels of that Kirby game on the Switch. Yeah, very nice. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It's like, how can you really go wrong with Kirby? Like that pink marshmallow round spherical character with red shoes, big eyes, big watery eyes, sucks up enemies to gain their powers. He's a vicious guy. He's a vicious video game character if you really think about it. It's cute though, but vicious, like swallowing your enemies. Jeez. I'm just doing it in cute red sneakers or whatever. It can float briefly, and then, yeah. Oh, it still rides on like a star kind of thing to get around. But, yeah. Just the music's awesome, the atmosphere, the overall levels are pretty cool so far. Yeah, it does feel like a course, or like, yeah, it does look like levels. This kind of looks kind of like arcade adventure, kind of platformer. Yeah, it looks like a platformer. Probably is considered a platformer, but yeah, it's just nice, easy-going experience to look at. Pretty interesting. I'm sure the game's like loaded with like secrets and stuff. Yeah, I've already run into a level where you have to probably have a certain ability or something to be able to destroy like a wall of metal blocks to free to achieve an objective of the level, like a hidden character they have to save. So, oh, Switch is nice. I don't have Tears of the Kingdom, like The Legend of Zelda. I just still have Breath of the Wild. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom certainly is Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom is. Yeah, if I'm just saying like Tears of the Kingdom, people are like, what? Yeah, the follow-up to Breath of the Wild, essentially. Yeah, for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it's a pretty hot game right now. And I think there are people who have already beaten it. There are, I guess, a couple glitches that have been exploited to get through the game or get more items and stuff. And there's like an altar hand where, I don't know, I'm just Kind of has a Minecraft kind of vibe because you can fuse items together now in Tears of the Kingdom and kind of upgrade your weapons that way. Put items in like a shield together to create like a smoke shield or something. Yeah, kind of like a cloaking mechanism for Link to fight enemies. Yeah, solve puzzles. Yeah, it's just I don't know. There's just some people out there that just don't like open world games, and one of the creators or producers of the Zelda series, yeah, it's basically saying that open world format for future Zelda games is sticking around. It's gonna scare some people away, I think, Zelda fans. So, yeah, I can agree. Not everybody's going to like that format. It's kind of nice to have sometimes in some contexts to have like a linear kind of game. Kind of like Final Fantasy 16. It kind of has a you go through certain spots. Like I think Clive is his name, the main character's name in 16. Final Fantasy 16, that is. Yeah. I think it's like a linear kind of story. You're exploring the world, going on a journey with Clive to do stuff. I don't really know too much of the story, but yeah, just going across this world, yeah, with allies, or just you control him like Clive and only him. Yeah, he's the main protagonist. Yeah, it's almost tempting to change the name of Final Fantasy, because, yeah, right off the get-go, like, for, like, the first Final Fantasy game, like, Squaresoft at the time was struggling, and they needed to do something, or else they would have gone under. Yeah, they were Squaresoft for a while, I believe. Yeah, I don't know the whole history, but yeah, Final Fantasy was kind of like a last ditch, and then it got popular and took off, and that's just what it's, that franchise, that's just the franchise's name. But yeah, there's always a quip about change it from like Final to an Eternal Fantasy or something. It's like double ditches for Roman numerals, you know, it's getting ridiculous. For it's been around for like over 35 years kind of thing, like Final Fantasy, like the franchise in general. So yeah, role-playing games, it's probably not for everybody. Yeah, but it's amazing how divided people, video game players, can get. Yeah, I think Final Fantasy 16 is going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive for a bit. But I guess Final Fantasy 13, or one of the Final Fantasies, like, crossed over to Xbox or something. I think it was Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, people wanted Final Fantasy on the Xbox or something to play. So yeah, it's just PlayStation 5 exclusive, Final Fantasy 16 for now. So yeah, it's pissing people off. Wow, that was a lot of 310. But anyway, you've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. Down below in the description, I put my Facebook profile name, my Echoes of Color Facebook business page. It's really just a website within Facebook. And my Instagram. All three. I just update just progress photos, that kind of thing. Oh crap. 310 bag was sticking to the adhesive on the side. Yeah, so those three are basically my social media. Facebook business, and Instagram. Yeah. Yeah, just progress, yeah. And then, as I've mentioned, yeah, I'm now done the Lord of the Rings 5-set main journey, Sam and Frodo on the Fellowship, etc. I'm doing Return of the King bundle, or trilogy medals for Conqueror and Pacer. I'm still doing Silk Road at Trading Route in China. So let's work through those and just see how it goes after that. I'm not affiliated with Conqueror or Pacer, so feel free to just click on those links below in the description, and it'll just take you to the main websites. And I won't earn a commission or anything for you clicking on the link or buying anything on either sites. They're just there for information purposes only. So if you're interested. But anyway, take care. All the best with your crafting endeavors, and I'll see you again sometime. Bye.